You are watching this channel, and today we're looking at World War II, the deadliest war in human history, which helps explain why people still talk about it today. To put it really simply, World War II was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It involved the vast majority of the world's nations, including all of the great powers, which were essentially divided into two opposing military alliances, the Axis and the Allies. The war in Europe began with the German invasion of Poland on September 1, 1939. After declaring war on them, Britain and France, as well as several smaller European nations, quickly joined the fight. Germany was supported by Italy and Japan, who would go on to form the Axis powers. But why is World War II important? Well, to start, it was the deadliest conflict in human history. Estimates for the total number of deaths vary widely, but it's generally agreed that somewhere between 70 and 85 million people died as a result of World War II, which was about 3% of the world's population at the time. In fact, it's estimated that more people died during World War II than all other wars combined. In addition to being the deadliest war ever, World War II was also the most widespread. Every continent was affected by the war, and almost every nation was involved. Even countries that weren't directly involved in the fighting felt the effects of the war. For example, many Latin American countries saw their economies boom due to increased trade with the United States. After the devastating loss of life and the destruction of so much of Europe, the formation of the United Nations was one of the most significant outcomes of the war. The UN was created in 1945 with the goal of preventing future wars and improving international cooperation. While the UN has faced its share of challenges and criticisms over the years, it remains an important forum for nations to work together on solving global problems. Another important outcome of the war was the beginning of the Cold War. As the war came to an end, the relationship between the United States and the Soviet Union began to deteriorate. This led to a period of geopolitical tension known as the Cold War, which lasted for decades and shaped much of the second half of the 20th century. The rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union led to an arms race, the development of new weapons and military alliances. It also led to proxy wars in Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan, among others. But perhaps most significantly, it led to the creation of NATO and the Warsaw Pact, which are still in existence today. A third important outcome of World War II was the beginning of the nuclear age. On August 6th and 9th, 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These were the first and only uses of nuclear weapons in warfare. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki led to the end of World War II, but they also had far-reaching implications for the future of humanity. The development of nuclear weapons raised new ethical questions about the use of such powerful weapons. It also led to a new arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union, and it ushered in an era of mutually assured destruction that continues to this day. Why do people still talk about World War II today? Well, it's because the war had a profound impact on the world that continues to be felt today. The war led to the deaths of millions of people and the destruction of entire cities and countries. It also led to the beginning of the Cold War and the nuclear age. In many ways, World War II was a watershed moment in human history, and it continues to shape the world we live in today. Do you think that World War II is still important today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe.